6 months on from their historic triumph at Wembley, Carabao Cup holders Newcastle United returned to the competition with a win, defeating Bradford City by 4-1 in the third round. It was actually the League One table-toppers who made the strongest start in the game. They forced Newcastle goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale into an early stop where he had to push the ball just past the post from Bobby Poynton's deflected effort. But then Newcastle hit their stride and hit Bradford with two sucker punches. They scored goal number 1 and goal number 2 within just 2 minutes of each other just after the quarter-hour mark. And after that, the Magpies never really looked back. They dominated possession for the rest of the half. They had a number of other chances in the first half and in the second half to extend their lead, which they eventually did, making it 3-0. Bradford, though, got their fairy tale moment when Andy Cook managed to rifle the ball home in off the crossbar, but Newcastle soon restored their 3-goal lead towards the end of the game. Newcastle then go on into the next round, whereas Bradford, of course, are now out, but they'll look back at this night with a lot of affection and fondness, given what they managed to do. Let's go back through the evening then to see exactly how the two sides got on. Bradford did indeed enjoy some possession of the ball in Newcastle's half in the opening minutes of the match, but this privilege did not last long when Joe Linton found space in the box and slotted calmly past Sam Walker in the Bradford net to open the scoring, and soon it was 2 when Willie Masula, who was played through by Bruno Guimaraes, stroked the ball home past the despairing Walker. Newcastle continued to pepper Bradford's net until the end of the first half and into the second half as well, until eventually it was 3-0 with Joe Linton getting his second of the game. Perhaps the moment of the night, though, came in the 79th minute when boyhood Newcastle United fan Andy Cook, playing for Bradford City, saw his shot go in off the crossbar and past Aaron Ramsdale. Newcastle, though, were quick to restore their 3-goal lead when Willie Masula got his second of the night.
We wanted to win today. We wanted to score, try and entertain everybody that came tonight. I thought we did that. I think it was always going to be a difficult game. No one makes anything easy for you. Bradford, top of their league and full of confidence, so we needed an element of patience in our performance. But once we got into our groove, we were very good today.
Eddie, how significant is it that you're now at a stage where you've made a number of changes from the Bournemouth game, but you've still been able to name a strong side? Is that really highlighting the depth you're building at the club?
Yeah, I think we're going to need it this year. I mean, the games don't stop. Arsenal, and then back into the Champions League, and then back into the Premier League again. So we know the schedule is relentless, and that's why when I get a chance to rest a couple of players, I think it's really important we do. So then when hopefully they come back into the team, they're able to form at their very best. And I thought we saw a bounce effect from those guys that were rested in the last game to tonight.
And just on that, obviously you mentioned that you're playing on a lot of fronts this season, but you are defending champions in this competition, so I presume it's still a competition you're taking very seriously.
Yeah, we're taking them all seriously. I don't think there's any other way you can approach any game when you're representing this club.
Yeah, we learned what a Champions League team looks like up close. So I think it was obviously a really tough test for the players, for us all, to be honest. But the biggest thing is holding our heads high, making sure we commit to the game, which we did. But we come up against a top opponent, and they punished us with real quality. But the players kept in the game, stayed in it, scored a fantastic goal, gave our support something to cheer about. But yeah, I think for players, understanding that the levels that are in the game, I think it's important. But we also understand that we're not going to face Newcastle every week, so we're not going to be despondent. I think it was a great game for us and a great reward for what we'd already done in the Cup, being 2 Championship clubs away from home. So it's been, I think, a productive run for us. But our most important game this week was always going to be Saturday, and that's still in front of us.
Bradford City will certainly take a lot from this game. Manager Graham Alexander was keen to point out how beneficial it was for his side to come up against a Champions League outfit like Newcastle United. And from the Magpies' perspective, well, they'll take on Tottenham Hotspur here at St James's Park in the next round of this competition, which of course they are the defending champions in, and that's not a title they'll want to let go of very easily, despite all of the fronts they're competing on during this season.